Hey guys, Sarah here with Room for Tuesday. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about our front doors. After sharing the project on Instagram stories, I've been getting a ton of questions and I figured the easiest way to answer those would just be with a quick little video. So if you're interested in replacing your front doors or updating interior or exterior doors, this video and blog post is great and packed with information for you. So let's get to it. We had an existing 90s, very 1995 front entryway. The door was a single door, it had side lights and a transom above it. It was pretty basic, had some shiny brass. It just felt very dated and it also wasn't efficient. The door was dinged up. It was obviously time to replace it, get something a little bit more secure and aesthetically pleasing that fit the house as well as our personal taste. So typically we order all of our interior and exterior doors from Lowe's. To get started, I just start measuring our existing door. I write everything down on a notepad and take in my dimensions, my hardware specs. I already knew what hardware I wanted, so I had a printout with the back set and all of the dimensions that I might need. And then I went into Lowe's. I kind of already knew what I was looking for. I wanted to replace the single door with a double door, get rid of the side lights, and really make the doors be the star of the show in terms of our entryway. So upon arriving at Lowe's, I go to the millwork and window and door department. And I'm just at my local store. I check out like any normal customer. So I shared my dimensions with the Lowe's rep. He put them in the computer. I looked through both the Pella and Therma-Tru books and picked out the door style that I liked best, which was a double door. The top 2/3, I'm sitting right in front of the doors right now. That's why I keep looking at them for reference. But the top 2/3 of the door has glass panels because I really wanted to add natural light to our entryway. And our home is pretty private, so it's not a big deal in terms of privacy. was really the aesthetic that I was going for. So after I landed on the aesthetic, I gave my measurements, we put it all into the computer, and there's kind of like a wireframe mock-up and you can see what it looks like. But there are all sorts of questions to answer, hardware specifications, what way you want the door to swing, what color you want the hinges, what color you want the threshold. So it sounds overwhelming, but the Lowe's rep can definitely help you answer these questions if you don't know or you're not sure. But as a designer, I like to answer every single little question. So it's really easy to get a custom look, like a designer look that fits your exact door opening, which is why this is the easiest way for us to order custom doors. I was able to get both of the doors to fit the footprint where the side lights and the transom lived, so that it was really a pretty easy installation and it looked appropriate. And we didn't have to buy new casing or trim or anything if we didn't want to, which we're probably gonna update that later on down the road. So anyway, it's very easy. Once I picked out my door, we had it all set up and ready to go. You put down a deposit for installation. We always recommend having a pro install exterior doors. We install our own interior doors, but doors are kind of a tricky thing to install, and you just really want your front door to be right and sealed. So for the sake of time and the fact that we would prefer a professional to do it, we opted for installation. So we put down our deposit for installation, which goes toward the door and install. And then the contractor came out, took measurements, confirmed the measurements, and gave an estimate for the install. And then a couple days later, Lowe's called. I pushed the order through. The doors took about 4 to 6 weeks to make. And then as soon as they arrived, Lowe's called back again. We scheduled the installation. They have all of their vetted pro contractors, so I didn't have to worry about finding someone to do the install. It was all taken care of. You just pay Lowe's directly for the door and the install. It's just super easy. So the contractor came out, took away the old door, as you can see in the time lapse, and installed the new door, added the hardware, cased everything out nicely, sealed it up with weather stripping and caulk and whatnot. And it looks great, and I didn't have to do anything, Emmett didn't have to do anything. It's just such an easy process. All that I really needed to do was have a clear vision for the aesthetic and have precise measurements. But again, if they're not perfect, the contractor's measuring anyway. It's just a good idea to give you a baseline for price. So within a matter of a month, the doors were in, and it was pretty easy from start to finish. I probably spent about an hour to 2.5 hours of my time making the selections, ordering, and that's it. I didn't have to lift a finger in terms of installation, moving things off my porch. They took care of everything. And given our project was a little bit bigger, the install probably took just over a day. So they came back and finished the day after just to get the hardware finished up and touch up paint and whatnot. So it was really quite fast. I'm really happy with the result. If you have any questions about ordering custom doors from Lowe's, be sure to drop me a comment and I'm happy to answer those. This is our third renovation and we have ordered all new interior and exterior doors using this process. So at this point, it's safe to say I'm really familiar with the ordering process, and I have another blog post devoted specifically to selecting and purchasing interior doors. So I'll be sure to drop that link here as well. But it was really easy and I'd recommend it. So again, if you have questions, let me know. Hopefully the time lapse gives you a pretty good representation of what the process looks like, and you'll feel confident to get your own doors switched out if you're feeling like they need it or they're dated. It's just super easy to get exactly what you want, have a designer look that fits your custom size exactly. So hopefully that helped to clear up all of your questions. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.